Welcome into Eye on Northeast Kansas, the podcast. I'm your host, Melissa Bruner. This is where we recap some of those top interviews you've been able to hear and see on Eye on Northeast Kansas, the TV show. It airs Monday through Friday, 4 o'clock Central Time from our WIBW studios in Topeka, Kansas, the capital of the great state of Kansas. We had a short holiday week this week. Hope you are being able to enjoy much of the same with your family and friends as we give thanks for all that we're blessed with in this life. We had some fantastic guests over the past couple weeks as well. Many of them were getting ready for just the plethora of events we are seeing return around Northeast Kansas. Some of them are back for the first time since the pandemic. So a lot of people are very happy to be back out and about amongst their friends with some of the traditions of the holiday season returning. One serious discussion we had before this holiday weekend had to do with the opioid epidemic in Kansas. Chris Teters is an assistant attorney general for the state of Kansas. He has been in charge of litigation and now the resulting settlements from the lawsuits folks have pursued, various states have pursued against opioid manufacturers, distributors, and pharmacies. He joined us to let us know about some of the grant programs that have been underway and some of the first distributions of grants meant to target this epidemic and just how the money coming into Kansas is being used. Well, thank you so much for being here, Chris.
Thank you for having me.
You have a very unique role. What is it that you've been doing in terms of the opioid epidemic in Kansas?
So my primary role is to litigate and then implement the settlements that we reach with a variety of opioid defendants, including manufacturers, distributors, pharmacies, and even some marketers and promoters of opioid products throughout the country.
And some of these cases have been in the headlines as it's been determined whether or not or how much those companies and distributors are at fault for perhaps contributing. How much money is the state bringing in through these settlements?
Currently, we're anticipating over the next 18 years about $340 million, with most of that money coming in the first few years of the settlements.
So how much have we gotten already?
So approximately about $35 million so far has come in, and we anticipate more in 24 and 25, taking us in the neighborhood of $60 to $70 million.
So this money's all coming in. The key question is, are we spending it yet? And if so, how have we been spending it?
So there's three primary spots that we're actually spending the funds under what is called the Kansas Fights Addiction Act. The first spot is through the Kansas Fights Addiction Grant Review Board, and I sure wish we had thought of better names than this. But the Grant Review Board is primarily spending 75% of the funds.
Okay.
And these are funds that are going towards programs, towards treatment facilities, towards drug courts, towards housing programs. The bulk of the money is going through the Kansas Fights Addiction Grant Review Board. 25% of the funds go to municipalities directly. About 205 cities and counties are participating in direct funding from the state through these settlements to implement their own abatement, treatment, prevention programs that are very narrowly targeted towards their local communities.
So the $10 million in grants, you announced some just recently here in the past several weeks. What kind of an impact have those had? Because sometimes people think, okay, you're going to these programs. Are these programs doing anything?
Yes, so we started money flowing out of that program in about September. So we're going to be having a better idea of where those impacts are going to come in the next few months. Our first reports that we anticipate receiving from the grant participants will be around March or April. But we anticipate another 20 to 30,000 Kansans will receive services. Somewhere in the neighborhood of about 4,000 fentanyl test strips will be distributed. Somewhere in the neighborhood of about 7,000 new Narcan test kits will be distributed and made available to people in the state, as well as new beds and new treatment facilities for people who are either actively in treatment or seeking to stay out of addiction and need sober living homes.
How important are those beds? That is one thing we hear is so tough to get treatment if you want.
Yes, just establishing a new bed can cost tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars. One bed, because there's certain requirements that you have to meet, either for safety or medical treatment quality in those beds. So just having a handful more beds can change lives, specifically in parts of the state where there aren't enough facilities. One program specifically I'd like to highlight is out in western Kansas, where there are no other treatment facilities. And they were one of our grant recipients, and that money, I actually received a call from the person operating that facility, said will change their lives. They will change lives in 9 counties in western Kansas, but it will ensure that program is able to continue, not just now, but into the deep future.
And in our area, University of Kansas Health System got, I believe, a $200,000 grant.
Yes, that's correct.
And that's to target uninsured and underinsured individuals.
Yes.
How much of the programs are going to focus on some of those folks who maybe don't have access to insurance to be able to get treatment?
So this first round of funding is really to emergency needs. So that is going to underinsured or uninsured individuals. But it's not exclusively to those people. It's to expand programs across the board. One of the primary areas, though, that these dollars are focused on is Narcan distribution, naloxone distribution, which is so important to get in the hands of people who need it to save lives in real time.
And that's the thing that can be administered to reverse the effects.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a difficult issue. It's a huge issue, and I hope you'll come back and keep us updated on how this money is being used to make a change.
Absolutely happy to.
Obviously, much more to come on that topic and on those grants. We'll really start to see the impact, he said, here in about a year when the money starts being used and these programs start being developed and the beds start being implemented to see what kind of impact it's having. And we will be touching base with him again. Shawnee County is looking ahead to the new year. Commissioner Aaron Mays visited the show. He told us about some of the projects we can expect to see really ramping up and getting underway in the new year, specifically in the area of some of our streets around the area and, of course, our local parks. Welcome to you, sir.
Thanks for having me.
When you think about the state of the community, what is the state of Shawnee County?
I would say that the state of Shawnee County is pretty strong right now. We're pretty happy with the way things are going. You know, we had a couple of years that were so tumultuous that it's really been nice to kind of focus on the nuts and bolts of local government right now. Street projects, parks, that kind of thing. And so I think we're doing good. And
street projects and parks, those are the big things when we start talking about 2024 already, because it's November, that we have to think about. So street projects, you have some big ones in store. Where are people going to be seeing some things happen next year?
So we are redoing the roundabout up on North 46th Street and Highway 75, which is a big roundabout. It's used by a lot of people on a regular basis. So that one might disrupt traffic a little bit. We ask that everybody works with us as we're doing that construction, but the pavement up there is in bad condition, needs to be replaced. And then we've also got a big project at the corner of 29th and Auburn Road, all the way down to I-70 basically. And so we're going to be doing that project in conjunction with the middle school that's going in out there. And then going back to what you mentioned about the state of the community, the theme of that was unity. And that project, I think, is a perfect example of kind of the unity that we've got right now between multiple governmental entities. It is a partnership between not only Shawnee County, but also with the city of Topeka, the state of Kansas, and the Washburn Rural School Board. So everybody is contributing to the financial cost of that project. It's going to be a big one.
Any start times that we can expect for 46?
So I believe that's going to be, we haven't let that project yet, but it'll be, I think, under construction over the summer.
And what about Auburn Road? When will we start? Phases probably?
So yeah, that one will be a little bit longer because we're shooting to have it complete by the time school starts in 2025. So August of 2025 is where we're looking for substantial completion. But I imagine it'll be a work in progress for a while.
All right. We also have a sign that people might start to see at some parks around the area. It's going to let them know that that park is in line for some improvements. What is that project about? Parks in Progress.
Parks in Progress is the name of the campaign. Obviously, fun is coming your way is a fun way to say it. But we've got an initiative right now where we're trying to fix up some of our smaller parks around the city, or around the county, I should say. We've got about 110 parks in our system, and so over the last couple of years, and then going into next year, we're going to be trying to touch about a third of them. We're doing sidewalks, walking paths, picnic tables, playgrounds, you name it. We're going to touch a lot of things and get those neighborhood parks kind of up to where they need to be.
There are two big new projects in store. The Oakland Pool, we have a design for that now, is that correct? And when will construction start? When will it be open?
I would say that design is like 80 to 90% done. We're still trying to find some cost savings, and so modifying a few things here and there. And same goes for Family Park. I mean, Both of those, we have a pretty strict budget that we are trying not to go over. We want to be responsible with the funds that we're given, and so everything is really expensive right now, and so we're trying to make it work and still also do a really good job with the parks.
Family Park is the one at 21st and Urish, correct? Will we actually start to see some construction soon? It seems like we've been talking about it for a very long time.
We have been talking about it for a long time. You know, the plans were set to start a long time ago. COVID kind of put everything on hold, and then we're really now just kind of getting everything back up to where it was. And so I would say that project, you'll start to see construction out there in the next few months, and then we would really like to have things open, at least part of the park open by next summer.
We will keep updated on the progress by following your meetings that you have at the commission. Aaron Mays, appreciate the update. Thank you so much. It'll be a busy 2024 for you.
It sure will.
And we have been able to see here within the past week some of the first design concepts for Family Park. So we will, at 21st and Urish, likely see some construction soon. Heading into the holidays, so many fun things are happening. One event returning, you can now call it annual, is the Kready Family Holiday Spectacular. Topeka native Jeff Kready and his wife, the equally talented Nikki Renee Daniels, are both performers on Broadway, have very excellent reputations. They decided last year that they would give a gift to Jeff's hometown. They would create their own holiday show and bring it to life at the Topeka Performing Arts Center. Their 2 young daughters are involved. They had so much fun. They are bringing it back for year 2. Plus, they are going to have 2 performances this year on December 23rd. We had Jeff visit the studio to tell us about the show, what he has planned, and also where else you will be able to catch him leading up to the holidays.
We're back.
You're back. I'm so
Yes,
excited for
me
this.
too.
And this has been an exciting week for you. Glad you could squeeze us in. I thought we would fall off the schedule.
No,
But
this is the most important.
Have you even seen your parents this week?
No, very little actually, truly. It's not been much family time, but it's been a very big week for us because I've been going around telling people about the Kready Holiday Spectacular presented by Core First Bank and Trust on December 23rd with 2 performances this year. We've got a matinee this year at 1:30, which is one thing a lot of people asked for. So I'm excited that we get to do 2 shows this year, and it's going to be even bigger and more spectacular than last year.
Because it is a spectacular.
It is.
How exciting was it to even have to cross that bridge of whether or not you'd be able to swing 2 shows?
It was kind of nerve-wracking to think, oh my gosh, twice as many seats, but I'm so excited because I really think it'll be an opportunity for more people to come and see us, but to see what Northeast Kansas has in store, because this is a show that is about the talent of Topeka and about all the talented musicians that are here. We have more musicians this year joining us from the Topeka Symphony. We have almost a 40-piece orchestra that Nikki and I get to sing with, which is thrilling. We are going to have a massive holiday choir. I've been going around this week talking to the high school students, working with them and inviting them to join our holiday choir. And I just checked before we went on the air, and right now we have almost 110 people in our holiday choir. So that is going to be very exciting. We have the Kansas Youth Chorale joining us. They sound like angels. And of course, we put our own daughters to work.
I was going to say, speaking of angels.
Yeah.
What did they negotiate in their contract this year? Because I forget what it was last year. It was like M&Ms or something,
no,
or ice cream.
Last year they said that they wanted a Barbie doll each. And once we decided that we were doing 2 shows this year, Lena, our 10-year-old, came to me and she said, so Daddy, we're doing 2 performances this year, so we were kind of thinking 2 Barbies each. I mean,
it's double the work.
Yep.
So
I said, okay, sold. You bet. So
at least they haven't requested ponies.
Not yet, but don't put that out there.
So yeah, you get the pony in the 5th floor walk up. Good luck with that. Trying not to walk up the stairs. What else new and exciting is going to be part of the show?
I only just found out this year that one of the very first all-female mariachi bands in the country was founded here in Topeka, Kansas. And I think that is such a special bit of Topeka music history. So the woman who founded that, Teresa Cuevas.
I've met Teresa. She's awesome.
Did you?
Yes, before she passed.
Her granddaughter, Maria, who's Topeka High grad, is going to be joining us to talk about her family traditions. And she is going to sing Feliz Navidad on our concert, which I'm really excited about.
That is exciting.
That will be special. We are also debuting a new song entitled Topeka! That is written by Tony Award nominated composer Stephen Lutvack. I am really excited to debut it. It will be a very special, and I think people will be so proud to see a song written by a Tony-nominated composer for Topeka, Kansas.
We got a little peek when you guys were doing a video thing for it here a few weeks back.
We made the commercial last month here in front of the Capitol. It was a big to-do with a whole parade. It was very exciting. So we're going to debut the commercial at our concert with Visit Topeka, and we are going to sing it live with a full orchestra, and I'm really excited about it.
Fun.
Yeah.
And you said you've been kind of recruiting among the high schools this week.
Yes.
44 appearances. You've been to how many Topeka schools?
I've been to 10 high schools and Washburn University this week. I'm going to all the lunch clubs just to spread the word, to let people know that this is happening and that it's something that I really do think Topekans will be proud of when they see it.
But the schools, why was that so important to you to get back and kind of interact with the kids and give them some advice and feedback?
I remember how much it meant to me when I was in school here and people came back to Topeka and worked with me when I was that age. And I remember how much it meant to me to be a part of something bigger than myself. I want to pass along that same opportunity because I do think that this is going to be a special and unique opportunity that a lot of high school and college age kids will find very memorable and
very
meaningful.
memorable. Can we also announce here, will GTP and Downtown Topeka get mad if we say you're also going to be previewing things at the Miracle on Kansas Avenue Parade?
I'm thrilled. I will be back for the parade. You'll be there.
We're going to be doing the live stream again. David and I will be downtown at 9th and Kansas, and you're going to kick it off. It's like truly going to be like Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. They got nothing on us.
That's right. That's the goal. That's the goal. We're going to
excited.
sing. We're going to open the parade. It's going to be a big to-do.
So be there December 2nd, 6 p.m. at the 9th and Kansas location on the parade route. But then get your tickets as well for the December 23rd Kready Holiday Spectacular, because it will be spectacular.
It will be.
Thank
it will
you.
be. Hope
It's
to see you there.
spectacular seeing you.
Yeah, it's great to see
Thanks.
you too.
Have a
Thank you for
good
having
day.
me.
Tickets are on sale now for the Kready Family Holiday Spectacular at the Topeka Performing Arts Center website. And we do hope that you will join us December 2nd for the Miracle on Kansas Avenue Parade in downtown Topeka. We will also again be hosting a live stream for you on WIBW.com. So if you are not in the capital city, you can check it out on the website and our Facebook page and help us celebrate the magic of the season. We always look forward to that. Of course, holidays bring shopping for many people, and it can be tough to find gifts for some folks. The Kansas Department of Agriculture can help you give the gift of Kansas through its From the Land of Kansas program. Sammy Gleason heads that up, and she joined us to let us know what they are offering this holiday. This is so fun. So From the Land of Kansas, for people who aren't familiar with the program, what is it all about?
Yeah, so we are the state's trademark program, and we're designed to celebrate agriculture experiences and products grown, raised, and produced in Kansas.
And so this is an easy way to do it around the holidays if people aren't quite sure what to give. You came up with these gift boxes.
Yes.
So what did you pack into them?
Yes, so we have members of our program, so they choose to be in the boxes, and it's all over the state. So anywhere from Bird City, Kansas, all the way out to Overland Park, Kansas. It's a benefit that they choose, and then we purchase the products from them, and then I kind of see what fits and what goes in, which would be best together.
Well, it's a very fun. So there are two sizes, a smaller and a larger. So the smaller box, the Kanza box, what's in that this year?
Yeah, the Kanza box, so we have hot chocolate mix, which is a new one, so that's exciting.
Oh, who makes hot chocolate mix?
That is in Kansas City.
Okay.
So that's a new one. And then we have Granny's homemade mustard in Hillsboro, Kansas. And then we have beef jerky. Yeah, Pat's beef jerky, wheat snacks, and also Kinsey's everything sauce, which is to die for. You can put that over cream cheese and dip it in some crackers over the holidays. And
you taste test the products
before
you put them in the box.
For sure.
So where is Kinsey's based out of?
Bazine, Kansas.
Okay,
which
I don't know that town.
La Crosse. Do you know where La Crosse,
Kansas
is? So not very far from there. And I've actually been there to visit them, and they're lovely people. So it was great.
And the larger box has what?
Yep, so in the larger box, we have a beer bread mix. We also have Coco Vino chocolate sauce, which is a wine chocolate sauce, and you can dip strawberries in that over the holidays. I've tasted that one as well. I've had all the products. We have salsa, twisted pepper dip mix, chocolate bar, popcorn, all these goodies for the holidays. So you have to try them all.
Absolutely. When you start putting these together, how amazing is it to know that this variety of item is made in Kansas?
I mean, it's just great that we're promoting these products for our members and then getting the word out that they are here in Kansas. So it's just special to promote local.
How important are they to our economy?
It's very important to our economy because you're giving back. You're giving back to the economy. You're helping grow our economy. So I think it's really important.
What are the prices for the boxes?
Yeah, the prices. So we have $39.95 for the small one and $59.95 for the bigger box.
Where can we get them?
Online, so at shop.fromthelandofkansas, and we also have them in some retail stores too for the first time ever. Yeah, so you'll just give us a call and just see where they're at because they're kind of in different places. I'm trying to think of ones around here in Topeka, and
we can find them on your website.
Yeah.
That's fine. FromTheLandOfKansas.com is where you go to order. And I will say, after I heard about this last year, I thought, I am tired of struggling on knowing what to get for my family who lives out of state. So I did place a big Black Friday order for your gift boxes.
Thank you.
And that's what my family got last year, and they were super happy with it. Throughout the year, how do we know that we're getting products that are made in Kansas? Is there any certain spot we can look for them if we're thinking, maybe not a gift box, but I do want to know about things that can support our homegrown producers?
Yeah, so at shop.fromthelandofkansas, we have a bunch of other products too throughout the state, not just for our holiday boxes, but everything. So we have gluten-free mix, muffin mix that you can get on there, anywhere from the sunflower oil that's on here, soaps and candles from Sweet Streams Lavender. There's so many products that you can find all from thelandofkansas.com.
Sometimes it is just a matter of going, okay, I didn't know that was made here.
Yes, it is amazing. And then also you can find, we have a map on there and you can go on and see what area each member is into. If they're not on our e-commerce site, you can find where they're at, and they'll probably have their own website too. We're just promoting all of Kansas products.
Oh, Sammy, it's always fun to see what you get in the boxes and to know that all these folks are out there and they're in our communities.
Yes.
So appreciate you. You have a good Thanksgiving.
You too.
Check it out as a fun and unique item, and you can have it all boxed up for you and there in one place. Very low effort. Wherever you are shopping, wherever you are celebrating, and however you are celebrating in these weeks and months ahead, we hope that you are finding some joy around family and friends. Be sure to see the segments. If you'd like to see the video segments from these and our other guests, you can find them on WIBW.com. I also post them on my Facebook page, WIBW Melissa Bruner. And of course, check out our WIBW 13 News YouTube channel. You can find all of our Eye on Northeast Kansas segments going back all the way back. Those are all right there. Be sure to click subscribe. And until next time, we'll see you on the Red Couch.